The Richard M. Schultz Family Foundation, and the Naples Daily News.
It's easy to command respect at every turn when you're engineered to literally drive circles around the competition. The all-new Audi Q7.
Who has time to make freshly brewed coffee every morning? Who has time to crack eggs? Who has time to brown a slice of Canadian bacon to perfection? We do. That's why you don't have to worry. We got you. See you tomorrow at the drive-thru.
In Clewiston.
In your corner.
Fox 4.
Need a new mattress? El Dorado has Florida's largest selection.
Welcome back to Fox 4 Rising. It is 6:30. We're following breaking news just into our newsroom. A U.S. serviceman has been killed in Iraq. We're just learning this is a combat-related death. No other details have been released. It happened in the neighborhood of Erbil in Iraq. This is according to Defense Secretary Ash Carter. Carter made the announcement in Germany this morning. He's there consulting with European allies. Right now, details are limited, but again, a U.S. serviceman, we are learning, has been killed in Iraq. New off the wires as you wake up with us. 3 New York college students who said they were targets of a racially motivated attack are accused now of making the whole thing up. A grand jury has indicted the students on a charge of third-degree assault and multiple counts of falsely reporting an incident. Other students rallied behind the women when they came forward with claims that a group of white men and women attacked them on a city bus back in January. But university police say an investigation revealed the attack did not happen. Instead, they assaulted another passenger and falsely reported the incident. Georgia's governor will decide today whether or not to allow concealed handguns on college campuses. He's promised not to let the bill become law without his signature. The governor wants lawmakers to pass follow-up legislation limiting access to on-campus daycare centers and other spaces.
Indiana is very important because if I win, that's the end of it.
Indiana is the center of the political universe today. The state's late in the season primary traditionally doesn't get a lot of attention, but 2016 isn't exactly a normal year. Kim Hutcherson has more on what we can expect today.
Indiana doesn't usually play a decisive role in presidential elections, but during this unusual campaign season, candidates are fighting for every vote. Ted Cruz appeared with Indiana's governor, who offered his endorsement.
My choice in the Indiana primary is Ted Cruz.
But Cruz is polling a distant second. Donald Trump has a double-digit lead, but he's still leaning hard on Cruz.
I think he's crazy. Honestly, I think he's crazy.
Trump is keeping Hillary Clinton in his sights as well.
I would say that she started screaming at the teleprompter, but I'm not allowed to say that.
She is also taking heat from Bernie Sanders. On Monday, he insisted he's the only one who can win in November and accused her of corruption.
When we talk about a rigged system, it's also important to understand how the Democratic convention works.
But Clinton is increasingly turning her focus to the general election. She spent part of Monday in West Virginia talking to coal miners.
I know people think, okay, you come, you talk to us, you ask for our votes, and what do? You never produce. So I'm trying to say, look, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do so you can hold me accountable.
Kim Hutcherson, Fox 4 in your corner.
Indiana offers 57 delegates to Republicans. For Democrats, there are 83 pledged delegates plus 9 more superdelegates. We'll have all of your election results tonight at 10 and 11 and also tomorrow morning right here on Rising. All right, but enough of this political talk today. Let's get right over to the weather with Danny Beckstrom in the Storm Shield Center. Danny, good morning.
Good morning.
We talked about fog yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing that on your map today, which is good news.
Yeah, and a big improvement there. We're still going to talk about it a little bit, but no weather out there that's really going to affect your commute a whole lot. That's something to be grateful for compared to yesterday. Calm and quiet conditions. We're not seeing any precipitation, a little cloud cover across southwest Florida, and I'll show you these visibilities. It is a huge improvement from yesterday, but it's still not perfect. Right now, Clewiston just at a 6, 7 for Fort Myers at the airport and Sanibel, Naples at 9. But in Charlotte County, that's where we are seeing a perfect 10. So that is where we see the huge improvement from yesterday, and that's why not going to be as much of an issue for your morning commute. Looking at that commute forecast today, it is a warm start to the morning. So as you're heading off to work or to school today, our lows are still in the 70s. A typical low for this time of the year is in the upper 60s, so we are mild for this time of the year. It also feels pretty sticky out there with those dew points in the 70s. It's a humid day ahead of us and a quick warm up. We'll take it all the way to 88 degrees today in Fort Myers, with the chance for a few of those showers to pop up east of I-75 as we get into our commute home. So right around 3, 4 o'clock is when we could start to see a little bit of rain, but for the most part and for most people, I think we're looking at dry conditions for today. So a beautiful one ahead, 88 degrees as I mentioned, partly sunny skies. We'll get a break in those clouds around 2:30, and then the slight chance for isolated rain showers later this afternoon. Overnight, another mild night ahead of us, partly cloudy skies with a few isolated showers, a little bit of a breeze, and then it all changes tomorrow, finally giving me something to talk about. Cold front moves through. That doesn't change our temperatures yet. It will as we get into the end of the week, but it does bring some thunderstorms in, which could pick up the wind speeds, of course, and bringing in the chance for hail. So I'll break down that storm system coming up in a little bit, just about 10 minutes away. We'll take a look at traffic now. Stephanie?
Now, on-time traffic brought to you by Associates and Bruce L. Shiner, attorneys for the injured.
That's right. Here's a look at I-75. This is what traffic looks like near an accident that happened minutes ago. I-75 south near Golden Gate Parkway. You can see the flashing lights. Emergency crews are on the scene helping out with this accident. And you can expect those 2 lanes going southbound, those 2 left lanes, I believe, are blocked due to this crash. So expect some major slowdowns as you're traveling down I-75 this morning near mile marker 104. You can see right here, it's pretty much moving slow as you're going southbound between Pine Ridge Road. You're going to see that slow through Golden Gate and all the way up here to Davis Boulevard. You're going to see this before Collier. So also remember, and this here is showing about 40 minutes. So as you can see, traffic really not moving at all. But just remember, too, if you are heading near Davis Boulevard and 75, you've also got that road work that is slowing things down between Golden Gate Parkway and Green Boulevard on Collier. That's a look at your traffic.
All right, Stephanie, thank you. It's now 6:36. Major changes for one Southwest Florida airport. After millions of dollars and months of construction, today Punta Gorda Airport's major terminal expansion is open for business. Four Corner's Malcolm Johnson joins us live from the airport with more on what passengers can expect. Malcolm?
Yeah, Kelly, they're making some major changes here. Right now, they've got a list up. This is all of the different places you can fly to from this airport. This is Allegiant Airlines. They're now traveling to over 30 different places in the country. Before, they had only about 14 or so, and so you can see why they're going to need to make this place much bigger, and it is. I mean, this is the baggage claim area here. None of this was here before. I also want to take you down this hallway here. This is where you can get your tickets, and all of the gates are located. This building used to be about 14,000 square feet. Well, now it's about 60,000 square feet. So huge, huge improvements to the size of this place and just how many people can come. Now, when it comes to the renovation costs and how much they spent on making these improvements, we got a chance to speak with the chief of the Punta Gorda Airport. He says really it didn't cost them too much.
Both buildings, the one we built 7 years ago and this building, our total cost is around $12 million. This year we'll have around 400,000 enplanements, roughly 800,000 total passengers. Some airports have spent $100 million to build a terminal for that size market.
The parking lot. And the improvements can be seen in the numbers. They say the numbers don't lie. Well, over 100,000 people made their way to the Punta Gorda Airport in the month of March. And really, that's a record. They've never seen that many people fly in and out of this airport before. And one of the major improvements they made is the size of the parking lot. They also included more additional parking spaces for people to make their way here to the airport. Reporting in Punta Gorda, I'm Malcolm Johnson, Fox 4, Rising.
All right, Malcolm, thank you. 6:38, more news for our Southwest Florida airports. A new batch of flights to New Jersey are now in the works for Elite Airways, which flies in and out of the Naples airport. The new flights will begin this fall. The airline will add nonstop flights to Newark, New Jersey on Mondays and Fridays and discontinue Saturday trips. And for July and August, Elite will only fly in and out of Naples on Mondays and Fridays to Portland, Maine. Today, a controversial rehab facility in South Fort Myers will once again take center stage. We're talking about the center on Winkler Road near Florida Southwestern State College and the Canterbury School. The developer has been trying to build it for a year now, but last month, a magistrate ruled that Lee County commissioners were in their right to decide against rezoning the land. Commissioners could accept that ruling this morning. If they do, the developer will likely file a lawsuit against the county. City leaders decided against the rezoning back in August after nearby residents complained the rehab center was too close to the schools and would hurt their property value. When you think of the word grandma, a drug dealer probably doesn't come to mind, but the Lee County Sheriff's Office says an elderly woman known as Grandma was selling pot right out of her Fort Myers neighborhood. 78-year-old Anita Edwards was arrested after deputies set up multiple undercover operations where she sold marijuana to informants and undercover officers. While investigating, deputies also saw several cars pull in and out of her driveway, only staying for a few minutes each time. That's when they got a warrant to search her home, finding nearly 10 pounds of pot and almost $4,000 in cash. The family of two Florida teens who were lost at sea last summer are hoping an iPhone will give some answers about the boys' final moments. Investigators found the teens' boat last month and one of the boys' cell phone. Apple now has the phone and is working to see if any information can be recovered. Four Corner's Lisa Greenberg reached out to a local iPhone expert to see how difficult it will be to get data or information from this phone.
This new video shows Austin and Perry's boat being pulled from the blue waters off Bermuda's coast. Taken in mid-March, 8 months after the boys took it out in July and never came back.
My life is pretty much still at July 24th. There really hasn't been a moving forward.
Photos of inside the boat reveal just how rusted and corroded it became. Just like Austin's iPhone found on board. His mom, Pamela, hoping it holds the key to the boy's disappearance.
All we want is transparency, and all we want is for the phone to stay in the Florida Fish and Wildlife and the government officials' hands to do the proper investigation.
The phone being sent to Apple to see if any data can be retrieved. But since the phone spent 8 months submerged in salt water, is there any hope of salvation?
Saltwater is the worst thing for electronics.
Andrew Jennings owns You Break, I Fix in Cape Coral and fixes waterlogged phones daily.
5, 10 in a couple days. I mean, with the summer and boating and pool and everything, we see a lot of them.
In fact, he was working on one when we came by, using a dehydrator to get the moisture out before brushing away the corrosion. Jennings agrees the phone could hold clues about what happened to Perry and Austin.
The last text message they sent, the last call they tried to make, pictures from the boat.
But the odds of being able to fix it?
Chances are really low. The longer it sits with that corrosion and the salt water in there, your chances go down by the minute.
Minutes the families are left hoping for closure to this devastating disappearance.
There aren't words that can express the agony that provides. It's life-shattering.
Lisa Greenberg, Fox 4 in your corner.
And even though the chances of fixing a saltwater submerged phone are slim, Jennings says it is possible. They've done it before. And once the phone is on and working, Apple will then have to focus on unlocking any passcodes to get the important data. The Powerball jackpot is growing, and it's about to make history, and time's ticking if you want a ticket. Plus, it's bling that protects. The founder of a new self-defense device says it could be your best chance of survival if you're attacked. We'll show you the device that many won't even know you're wearing. And we are following some breaking news out of Collier County. We know 2 lanes on I-75 are shut down now due to a crash. And you can see traffic starting to back up there as it appears an ambulance may be on the scene. Stephanie is helping you navigate around this crash next. You're watching Fox 4 Rising.
Hit by the tornado. We're people as fast as possible, okay?
Fox 4 Storm Shield keeps you safe from the worst wicked weather.
Make sure you take shelter.
Advanced weather radar tracking technology with accuracy to pinpoint your neighborhood street.
Some flash flooding as these storms.
Fox 4 Storm Shield accurately alert you before severe storms strike. On air, online, and on the go. Fox 4 Storm Shield, keeping you safe from the storm.
Bruce has
a lot of respect from the people who ride motorcycles down here.
And he supports bikers. He supports the different organizations out there. He's a part of the community. He's a part of the family. He's got your back, and that's what that's part of the process of being part of the biker community. Is you know that you can trust somebody when they got you covered, when they got your back, when they're looking out for you and taking care of you.
Now at Ashley Home Store, shop the lowest prices of the season with 12 months no interest plus free shipping. This queen panel bed only $2.99. This upholstered panel bed only $5.99. This sofa just $6.99. And this dining room just $8.99. Plus no interest for 12 months and free shipping. Styles for every room in your home at prices you can't find anywhere else. Ashley Home Store. This is home. Shop now at ashleyhomestore.com.
Sis, come on in. Dad's on the phone with Uncle Bill.
On the phone? He hasn't used the phone in a while. He can't hear well enough.
Right, but we gave him a CapTel captioned phone. Now he can read what's being said.
Then he almost flipped over.
Staying connected has never been easier. With a Sprint CapTel captioned telephone, you see everything your caller says.
Looks like Dad's gonna be on the phone a lot more now.
Learn more about this free service at capteloffer.com.
Bonefish Grill was started by two guys who love to fish and they love to cook.
Got some gorgeous fish, just flown in last night. You know, our menu is all about following the fish.
We know that fish seasons change every 6 to 8 weeks, and our menus change along with them. And now, for a limited time, what's in season is fresh Norwegian salmon. This fish has plenty of flavor, so we keep it simple. We cook it over a wood fire grill and top it with a tomato pesto salsa. We catch this fish at its peak, so hurry in and enjoy it at Bonefish Grill tonight.
Welcome back. It is 6:45. We want to start right now with some breaking news out of Collier County. It has I-75 shut down near Golden Gate Parkway. You can see there, it appears traffic may start to be moving through. But Stephanie just got off the phone with FHP, who was telling us it was a complete shutdown. So, Stephanie, what is the very latest you're learning this morning?
Now, on-time traffic brought to you by Associates and Bruce L. Shiner, attorneys for the injured.
Pretty big mess there, a pretty bad accident. I did just talk to FHP and they are telling me that it is shut down. We did see from that live view that some traffic is funneling through, but don't be surprised if they detour you off of exit 105. They said they are helping kind of funnel through that traffic due to that accident. They told me one vehicle was involved. That's really all we know at this time, but expect those major delays down 75, and that's southbound before Collier Boulevard. Those two southbound lanes are completely blocked right there. But again, as we saw from that live view, it looked like they were helping to funnel traffic through, but they did say they were exiting traffic off on 105 right there. So if you can this morning, avoid this area altogether. That's probably going to be your best bet. This accident happened in Naples, and you can see that slow traffic. No traffic is moving through there between Pine Ridge Road and Davis Boulevard. I'll let you know how this continues to affect your commute as we get more details as they become available. That's a look at your traffic.
Well, a beautiful live look this morning at 6:47. This is the Caloosahatchee River, thanks to our Zoom Tan Sky Cam. So a nice start to the day, pretty calm start to the day. And in fact, our satellite and radar shows us the same picture, just a few of those patchy clouds moving through and a dry start to the morning. So a good Tuesday ahead of us, but it is a very warm Tuesday ahead of us. Because of where our temperatures are at and our dew points, the fog, not as much of an issue. So that's good news, especially for Charlotte County. We definitely were dealing with fog yesterday morning, but today a perfect 10. It does get a little bit worse as you move further south into Fort Myers. Naples at 9 right now, Fort Myers at 7, right around the airport just at a 6, and that's where we're at in Clewiston as well. So not a perfect 10 this morning in terms of visibility, but definitely improved from yesterday. I mentioned it's a warm start to the day, that is for sure. You can feel it as soon as you step outside. It's warm and it's a little sticky right now. 75 in Cape Coral, 74 in Fort Myers. Naples starting the day at 75, and we're at 73 in Punta Gorda right now. So very warm, and our dew points are right around there as well, staying in the 70s. So that means today it's going to feel a little on the oppressive side. That's just starting to feel oppressive, kind of in between uncomfortable and impressive. So at least it's not at least it's a little uncomfortable, right? We'll improve the humidity as we head into the middle of our week. We do have some changes in store, so we'll get to that in a second. First, let's look at these temperatures across the area. Inland today, we're looking at highs in the upper 80s, low 90s. Chance for an isolated shower as we get into our late afternoon, those sea breeze storms east of I-75. Harbor areas in the mid to upper 80s today. Warm and muggy conditions. Coastal region, mid to upper 80s as well. A pretty nice day. Mostly dry conditions with some sunshine and a beautiful day at the beach in the low to mid 80s today. So I talked about this cold front that's moving through. That's going to bring the big changes as we move forward. So it gives you something to talk about and gives us very, very comfortable conditions after tomorrow. Tomorrow's a little bit of a hiccup in our nice forecast. We'll take a step back here. Look at Southwest Florida for the next couple of days on our storm shield forecast here. Today, this afternoon, a little break in the cloud cover. It'll return as we get into our commute home, but it looks like we do have a good chance of staying dry until tomorrow. That's when that front moves through. It'll arrive around 11:30, and those thunderstorms will stick around into late afternoon. So that'll bring the chance for gusty winds, even the possibility for hail as this system passes on through, but it moves very quickly. That means by tomorrow night, we're already back to the clear skies and the much nicer conditions as it brings some more cool and dry air, and that sets us up for a very comfortable weekend. Kelly?
All right, Danny, thank you. 6:49, brand new as you wake up with us. A Johnson & Johnson spokeswoman says the company will appeal a ruling that the company's baby powder caused a South Dakota woman to develop ovarian cancer. Court records show the jury ruled against the company yesterday and ordered it to pay $55 million to the woman. It comes after a St. Louis jury in February awarded $72 million to the family of an Alabama woman who sued Johnson & Johnson over ovarian cancer she said was caused by using its baby powder and other products containing talcum. It's a self-defense tool designed with moms in mind, something they can wear while holding their kids and still feel protected. We're not talking about a gun or mace. Check it out. It's a ring called the Relentless Ring. It looks like a ring, but is meant to give the wearer extra leverage in the event of an attack. And unlike knives or guns, training isn't required.
There's nothing you can do to ensure that you're going to win, but you can give yourself the best chances of survival.
This is a lot more practical, a lot more simple, a lot easier to use.
Now, it's designed so that regardless of strength, just a little pressure can inflict pain. You can see the hook that it's got on that ring. It's made of a material where even the dull side can leave a mark. Relentless rings sell for around $30. Are you feeling lucky? The current Powerball jackpot now at $348 million and getting closer to breaking into the top 10 biggest payouts of all time. No one hit the numbers Saturday night, giving the jackpot some time to grow until tomorrow's drawing. By the way, the all-time biggest jackpot, it was just in January for $1.5 billion, split between 3 winners, including one from Florida. Today could be a big day in Indiana for Donald Trump. The frontrunner says if he wins the GOP, the race is over. We're breaking down what's at stake for the candidates as voters head to the polls this morning. And we are following that breaking news for you. Traffic, as you can see, is beginning to move on I-75, which is good news after a crash near Golden Gate Parkway that had multiple lanes shut down. But it's still an area you're going to want to avoid as we're still seeing those slowdowns for miles. Stephanie is going to have the very latest on this crash coming up next.
See you tomorrow at the drive-thru.
Don't miss Ruby Tuesday's American Rib Festival. Choose favorites like spicy, honey-glazed Ragin' Cajun, Texas-dusted dry rub, or classic barbecue. All cooked low and slow. Or mix and match. The choice is yours. Get a free appetizer by joining So Connected at RubyTuesday.com.
My school reunion's coming fast.
Could be bad.
Could be a blast. Can't find a single thing to wear.
Will they be looking at my hair?
Won't be the same without you, bro.
Should I stay or should I go?
When it's go to choicehotels.com, the site with the right room, rewards, and savings up to 20% when you book direct. Book now at choicehotels.com.
That's Sean. He's a real-life technician with 1 hour, and today he's got his work cut out for him. How's it look up there, Sean? Ooh, Sean says it's a complicated mess, but fortunately, he's prepared, has all the tools he needs to get the job done right the first time. Why is that so important, Sean? Sean says being prepared is important because it saves the customer money. Kind of obvious. How long do you think this is going to take?
Not long.
Impressive. If you want to fix right the first time, call 1 hour. Where did he go?
It's the recon mission for Tango 165. The endless search for the best berries. A midnight run for Tacos El Pastor. And the empty roads of Dawn Patrol. This is what driving is all about, and why everything we do is to make driving better for you.
Wake up in a brand new light during City Furniture's Memorial Day mattress sale. Get a free box spring or save up to $600 on adjustable bases with select Beauty Rest mattresses. Get a king for the price of a queen on select Kevin Charles mattress sets. Plus, enjoy free shipping, a 120-night comfort guarantee, and no interest till 2018. Save on the biggest names in bedding at City Furniture.
This Storm Shield weather update is sponsored by Right Choice Realty. Now, the Morning Rush. The day's news, weather, and traffic all in the next 5 minutes. Now, on-time traffic brought to you by Associates and Bruce L. Shiner, attorneys for the injured.
And we are following some breaking news just into our newsroom. A U.S. serviceman has been killed in Iraq. We'll get to that story in just a minute. But first, we're keeping our eye on your traffic. As we know, all lanes have now been reopened here near Golden Gate Parkway, which is great news for commuters, but there's still that backup. So we're going to go right over to Stephanie Summers, who is tracking the traffic and letting you know how it's going. Stephanie?
Good morning, everyone. Yes, we have a crash going I-75 southbound right here at mile marker 104. Now, FHP did tell me that those two southbound lanes were completely closed there, but as you saw from that live view, it looks like they do have traffic moving along through that area. All we know right now is that one vehicle was involved. That's what they confirmed to us, and that it did have the lane shut down going southbound before Collier Boulevard. So if you are traveling in that area this morning, you might want to avoid that because traffic is moving slow. You are able to exit off onto Golden Gate Parkway there at mile marker 105 to kind of navigate around that. But as you can see from the red on the map, things are moving very slow. Pine Ridge west to Collier Boulevard, 40 minutes is what you're looking at. So just remember that road crews are on the scene, emergency crews are on the scene working to get that accident cleared up, I-75 southbound. And just remember, for your morning rush as you're headed in that area, you've also got that road work right there at Collier Boulevard. That's a look at your morning rush. Danny has a check on your weather.
6:55 right now, and yes, there are a few traffic issues this morning, but not due to weather, and that makes me very happy. Our visibility's much better than they were yesterday. Not a perfect 10 around the Fort Myers area. Naples also at 9, but in Charlotte County, where we had all of those fog issues yesterday, we are at a perfect 10. So looking much better. Hopefully weather not going to be an issue as you head out the door this morning. We do have some changes ahead of us, so enjoy the nice warm day today. It is going to heat up very quickly. Starting out mild, we're going to stay in the 70s today. Partly sunny skies. As we get into around 3 p.m., I think the clouds will break a little bit more. That's when we hit our high of 88 degrees today. And then as we get into our late afternoon, early evening, that's when we have a chance of those sea breeze storms to return, bringing a little bit of rain east of I-75. Want to show you our Storm Shield forecast again, just so you're prepared for tomorrow. That's when we see the big changes. Cold front moves through. It'll sweep through southwest Florida tomorrow, late morning, early afternoon, bringing thunderstorms with it. But as soon as we get these storms to pass on by, that'll leave us with very comfortable conditions as we head into the weekend. Kelly?
All right, Danny, thank you. More on that breaking news. We have just into our newsroom on the U.S. serviceman that's been killed in Iraq. We are just learning this is a combat-related death. No other details have been released, however. It happened in the neighborhood of Erbil in Iraq. This is according to Defense Secretary Ash Carter. Carter made the announcement in Germany this morning. He's there consulting with European allies. Voters in Indiana are heading to the polls this morning. Donald Trump says a win in the Hoosier state would be the end of the line for his GOP rivals. On the Republican side, 57 delegates are up for grabs. For Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton, there are 83 pledged delegates plus 9 more superdelegates. We'll have your full election coverage right here on Fox 4 News at 10 and 11 and tomorrow morning on Rising. That's a look at some of the big stories making headlines today. We'll have much more for you coming up on Fox 4 Rising at 7. That starts in just 2 minutes.
Patrick Nolan and Amy Wegman voted favorite anchor team in Southwest Florida.
RVs, and more RVs. Starting Thursday, we've packed acres of RVs into the Charlotte County Fairgrounds. New RV, used RV, every type and model, all the top names discounted. In one gigantic free RV show at the Charlotte County Fairgrounds. Starting Thursday.
Make tomorrow awesome with Xfinity TV from Comcast. Right now, you can get Xfinity TV for just $19.99 a month for 12 months with Xfinity On Demand included. Call 1-800-800-5070 today. Xfinity On Demand delivers thousands of hit shows, top movies, and more at no additional cost. So you can catch up on the latest episodes of TV's hottest shows anytime, anywhere. Switch to Xfinity TV for just $19.99 a month for 12 months with Xfinity On Demand included. Plus, ask how you can add HBO, Showtime, or Stars and enjoy award-winning TV shows and movies at home and on the go. There's no term contract and no early termination fee. Plus, it's all backed by our 30-day money-back guarantee. So it's risk-free. Tomorrow could be awesome if you call today. Call 1-800-800-5070. That's 1-800-800-5070. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
Who has time to make freshly brewed coffee every morning? Who has time to crack eggs? Who has time to brown a slice of Canadian bacon to perfection? We do. That's why you don't have to worry.